friends, I'm here to start a new vlog. So it's Saturday. Normally I do my editing and all of my stuff on Friday, but I just didn't get around to it, and I'm going to the city tomorrow with my friends. So I have a couple of things on my to-do list that I have to do. I have to do some ending of my vlogs. I'm starting this vlog. I have to schedule my vlog one, schedule my TBR. I have to do my laundry. I have to work out. I have to do update all my spreadsheets, update my bullet journal, all of those fun things. Then I also need to kind of just prep myself for tomorrow when I'm going into the city. I want to do all of that stuff, and then I also want to basically I want to keep listening to my audiobook so I can finish it, because we are due for a prompt drop any hour at this point, and I want to make sure that when the prompt drops I can actually sit down and physically read. But all the stuff I have to do right now, I have to listen to an audiobook. So yeah, that's basically where we are. Also, this week is super busy because it's the end of the month, which means it's just a lot of content creation that I have to do. It's also, we're going back to work after me being off for a week and a half because I was sick, and then we had a break. Also, it's the end of Get a Clue, the start of readathon, which I'm really excited for. And also, Bree is doing a readathon this week, which I will probably participate in. So what I'm reading in this video, I literally have no idea. I'm just going to try to be as up to date to prompts that I can be. And yeah, that's where we are. So what am I reading? Well, let me go get all the books that I'm currently reading, and then we will chat about it, and we will see what are the goals, at least for today, reading wise. Well, I'm currently in the middle of 3 things. I have about an hour left in my audiobook, Assassination on the Agenda by T.E. Kinsey. I'm going to attach a photo here. 10th or 11th book in the Lady Hardcastle series. I will say this book is not hitting as much as I was hoping, and I think it's just because it's not in the small town of the small town. It's not like that. It's more of a big spy espionage book, because basically, if you've never read the Lady Hardcastle series, it follows an elderly person that was kind of involved in all these things, and her lady maid as they kind of solve mysteries in their small town. This book is not in the small town. It's kind of working with her brother, and I'm just not feeling that connected to the characters. But it is a murder mystery. It is a mostly green cover. I will definitely finish it, but it's just not hitting. So yeah. I'm also physically reading 2 books. I'm physically reading Mystery Royale by Caitlin, and that book will count for a book that I'm unsure about, because honestly it's not my favorite cozy mystery series I've ever read, but I am reading it. I've also had to pick up a book but with a new to me author, which is Mystery Royale by Caitlin Calvincia, and this is basically a fantastical version of Inheritance Game. Basically, you have this family, their uncle was murdered, and the way that magic passes down into the society is through bloodlines, and if you have more than 2 kids, one person is always going to wind up magicless. And the uncle died, and instead of bequeathing and choosing an heir, he kind of made this competition with all of his nieces and nephews and then 2 random people, and I'm just curious to see how they kind of connect. So you kind of get 3 different point of views. Lyric, which is the 3rd child that no one really likes, and he's kind of been ostracized from his family. And then you have Mallory, who's kind of coming into this with no knowledge of magic, only knowing that her mother said run for magic if you see it. And then one of the twins, Elson, I think, is one of the twins, and his yeah. So yeah, I'm having a fun time with this. I read about 170 pages. I would like to finish this today if I could, but again, we are waiting on a prompt drop. And I'm also I'm gonna pick up the audiobook for Watermoon, because I was reading it and I liked it. It just wasn't a book I felt like I could physically read. It was just a little bit too slow paced. It's a really, really cool book. I like the concept. Basically, you follow a girl that she's kind of set to become a pawn shop owner that her dad is kind of working with. And her pawn shop is a little bit different. You kind of leave your regrets and leave your choices in here. But she wakes up in the morning and on her first day, and her dad has been kidnapped. She can't find her dad, and she has to kind of team up with a medical student to kind of find out. It's very, very lyrical. It has a lot of purple prose language. This book would be for a new author for a bonus prompt. This book would be for a mostly blue cover, even though I am not on the blue team, but I am reading a lot of blue books just because I own a lot of them. Yeah, so that's where we are. That is what I'm doing. Right now, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to update all my stuff. I want to work out. I have to put my laundry in. Again, I'm not going to be home tomorrow, and that's normally the day that I do all my laundry stuff, so I want to do that. I want to get that set up. I want to go schedule all my vlogs. I want to finish listening to my audiobook. And then I want to work out. So those are the couple of things that I have to do at least immediately. And then if at that point we still don't have a prompt drop, I will talk about the other things on my to-do list. But the next time you see me, I will have finished my audiobook of Assassination on the Agenda. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Dragons, I'm back. I did wind up doing some of my stuff, so let's kind of go through. I wound up ending the vlog before this, obviously. I wound up starting my vlog. And then I wound up posting the vlog. I was like just scheduling it, and then I scheduled my TBR, which is really exciting. Put my laundry in, I worked out, and I did my visual pictures on my my bullet journal. Like I put down all the pictures because it's like easier for me to visually see my TBR. And then I finished Assassination on the Agenda by T.E. Kinsey. I gave that book 3 stars. That was really, really cute. It was fun. I don't think it's a new favorite. And then the prompt dropped right when I was literally finishing my book. So worked out perfectly because I finished it and then the prompt dropped, so I got to submit it for a bonus book. So the next prompt is you have to read, we're going to the library, which is very exciting, my favorite room. We have to read a book that is the same letter, starts with the same letter as the last book you read. So I'm kind of torn a little bit. I have The Beast We Bury by D.L. Taylor, which I may try to read a chapter of and just see how I'm feeling. But I also have The Late Miss Willoughby, which was on my technical TBR for the month. And I know that like this week, kind of going back to work, I may need something a bit more like this way. I also have the audiobook for this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to read the first chapter of each of these and see which one I want to read. And then I'm going to kind of stick with that. And then my audiobook, when I do some diamond painting, either today or tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of time to like listen to audiobooks because I'm going to be running errands and going to see my friends and such. I'm going to pick up Tangled Up and With You by Christina Lauren. I will attach a photo here. For Brittany's readathon. It's her buddy read. I never got to do the buddy read, so I figure I will read that, and it will probably count first, honestly. But if I do, especially if I do some diamond painting today, it will count first. But yeah, so this is my pretty Owl Crate edition. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think I actually got an arc of this. I thought that I did, but this cover is just so pretty. But yeah, this is a really, really pretty cover. And this was like really, no, the end pages are stunning. Okay, other end pages are stunning. So yeah, I think I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to read a chapter of this, I'm going to read a chapter of this, and then I'm going to decide which one I want to focus on. But yeah, one of these will get read in this vlog. I'm going to go read the first chapter of each. I'm going to go pick a show to focus on, which is also something that I need to do. And shocking, no one in this thing, none of my books that I was currently reading counted for anything. So Mystery Royale and Water Moon did not count for anything. So that is a little bit disappointing, but that's okay. I know that they're both bonus books, so I'm not going to roll for bonus books anymore. I'm just going to kind of pick those. But yeah, I'm going to go read the first 2 chapters of this, or the first chapter of each, and then I'm going to make a decision, and I will give you an update when I can. Bye. Hi Big Dragons, I'm back. I didn't update for like a day because I was busy in the city, and then I didn't really read a ton. So it is Monday, I am back to work. So I just wanted to do a quick update. I did wind up getting up to page 136 in The Beast We Bury by D.L. Taylor. I'm enjoying this book like quite a bit. I was a little bit hesitant going into it because I do struggle a little bit with animal violence. I will say there is an element to that in the story, but it's not technically a pet. So basically you follow these 2 characters. You follow Manchella, and then you follow Silver, and Silver is a spy, and Manchella is the second, like, is going to be the heir of this kingdom. And her power is, her magic is kind of like she could kill an animal, and it kind of helps her realm and kind of gives her powers. And when she kills these animals with her bare hands, they kind of go inside her, and they become like army, like a dead, like kind of like a zombie army, but like for animals. But the only way this power is kind of happens is if she kills them with her bare hands. And then you have Silver's point of view. He is kind of working to kind of destabilize the government. And he is kind of working on the inside, and they're kind of forced to like team up to work with each other. But I'm having a fun time with it. It's like a quick book. I think it's very, very quotable. And I love this edition, so I'm really having a fun time with it. I will say the animal scenes are a little bit graphic, so if you really don't like animal violence at all, it's like I wouldn't read it, but I'm okay. So this is what I'm reading physically, And I'm also reading Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren. I will attach a photo of that here. My audiobook that I'm listening to, but it's also for Brittany from Brittany Rules reading her buddy. Yeah, just in a second. Unless you want to go first. Okay. Sorry, I was talking to my dad. But I am reading this one. This was a Tangled retelling, and it's really, really cute. It follows a main character who is a little bit off the grid. She kind of goes to college, and her parents like don't really like that. And she's kind of forced to like go by these rules, very, very Rapunzel-esque, and she kind of puts in this college campus, and she's kind of teaming up with this guy named Fitz, I think his name is, and they have to go on a road trip for some reason. And it's very, very fun. I'm having a fun time with it. It's a pretty quick listen. But I did go book shopping, and I was allowing myself to only buy 3 physical books, so I only came home with 3, which is pretty good. So I picked up The Cat Who Saved Books by Suzaska Makata. And this is just a quick read. I might read the Starring Peace Talks because it is so short. It's like not even 200 pages. But I heard really good things about it. It started with a T, so I figured if I really get struggling with this prompt a little bit, I could pick this up. I also picked You at the Altar by Rebecca Thorne. This is the 3rd book in the Can't Spell Treason Without C series. And I also picked up Carving Shadows into Glow by Bridget Kimmerer, which is a sequel. So these are the books I picked up. And yeah, this is Monday. This is my day that I have like, I'm the most tired after work, to be very honest. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update, give you guys a time update. And yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is like when I actually have like rehearsal and I stay after. But work was not that bad today. Going back to work is always a bit rough after a break, especially because I was out because I was sick. Meanwhile, everyone at my job was sick, so it wasn't just me. Like everyone got sick. But if by chance I get up to page like 200 tonight, which I doubt I will, or like 250, I may give you another update. If not, I'll just give you an update tomorrow. But I would like to, by tomorrow, I would like to have finished something because I really can't afford to fall too far behind on the prompts, just because I would like to finish up the readathon. So tomorrow I do have 3 periods off at work, and Monday's my day where I get the least amount of listening done, but I actually got stuff done today, which is exciting. We, you know, right back from break and such. But yeah, that's what I did. I got up to, and I am liking this. It's been a while since I read like I haven't read any YA fantasy this month, so I'm really trying to read my book boxes like in the month I get them. So this is the one that I am enjoying, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey Book Chickens, I'm back. So it is Tuesday, and I did wind up finishing Tangled Up in You. I'm really happy that I finished it because I would have been falling behind on props, and I want to finish my main book tonight. So I finished Tangled Up in You. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think it was a solid read, a really, really solid retelling, and one that I just like enjoyed. I had like a really, really fun time with it, but not one that is like super memorable. But I'm happy to do the chat with Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading. I'm really happy about that. And then we just got our last prompt for the haul. I think it's the haul of the library. I can't remember which one, but it's basically to read a book with the main character that has the same letter of the first name as you. So like I would have to find a character with an L. This was hard, especially because I'm really not in the mood to read anything long. I want to just like end this part of the readathon tonight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, and I'm going to attach a photo here. A novel that I think I'm just going to pick up and read. And then I'm just going to kind of let this vlog go until the end. But tomorrow as I head into work, I'm going to bring Mystery Royale with me and kind of make some progress on this. This will count as a bonus book. I also have a short book I can pick up for tomorrow, like for the editing, stuff like that, just to like have something when I'm doing work. But yeah, this is what I'm going to bring to work tomorrow as well. I have to read a book that has a 1-color cover, and then I still need to read a book by a new to me author, which is going to be D.L. Sora, but I don't know if I'm going to finish those. I'm just going to kind of read as I go. But yeah, I'm going to go read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me just because I need something that's a bit quicker, and honestly, I need a few days to kind of prep for Realmathon, because those books are going to be all stuff I pick. So yeah, I'm going to go read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, and then I will give you guys an update tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, we'll see. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Book Dragons. So I have done a lot of competitive readathons. This prompt, finding a character that had the same initial, like the same first letter as me, was so hard. Like, so incredibly challenging. It took me last night, it took me like 3 hours to find something that ironically was just on my TBR, but literally I was trying to find a short book. So I was only looking for graphic novels and like comics and like stuff and mangas that I really like wanted to read that were going to be quick, and I was not finding anything. So I picked up The Off Limits Rule by Sarah Adams, and I am read about 70% of this book today during my job, because Tuesday is my day that I have a lot of periods off, so I got a lot of listening done. I was also doing stuff that I felt like I could listen to an audiobook and I wasn't incredibly distracted. But I'm really liking this book. This is my first Sarah Adams that I've ever read, and it's a single mom brother's best friend romance, and you follow our main character Lucy. My name is Laura, if you don't know. And she's kind of had a bit of a bad luck. She kind of moves back with her brother, and she's falling for the best friend, and she's a hairdresser, and I'm having a fabulous time with this book. Like, I'm loving her vibes. I'm really liking this author quite a bit. I have quite a few physical books on my TBR. I'm actually happy I picked her up in February, because in March, if you read a book that has a book boyfriend, but also if you read from an author that you've read before, it counts like more points. So you get more points for readathon, and this would also be considered like a urban setting. So yeah, I'm having a really, really fun time with this book. I literally have like 50 pages left. So I'm probably going to do, I'm probably going to physically read it, just because I really did want to like focus the last 2 days of the month on the physical reads that I'm trying to frantically finish. But yeah, I'm having a fun time with this book. I'm so happy that I finally picked it up. And yeah, definitely a new author that I've been collecting her books, but I've never read them, and I actually gave my coworkers all of her books for the holidays, so I'm going to add this to their collection once I'm done. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. It's the last day of the month, and I'll be honest, I didn't really accomplish a whole lot for the last couple of days of Clue. I did finish The Off Limits Rule by Sarah Adams. I gave this book 5 stars. I had such a fun time with it. And yeah, like, it was a great romance, very, very low steam. I love this book. It was basically a single mom best friends or brother's best friend romance, and you have a really, really fun setup. I'm already reading the second book that's out, and this was just a fun time, a fun sort of small town vibe, basically about a character that kind of has to move home because she's a hairdresser, and she winds up hooking up with her brother's best friend, and it was really, really fun. I gave this book 5 stars. It was a perfect listen. I did not want to put this book down, and I already moved on to book 2. So yeah, we're gonna wrap up Clue. I'm gonna tell you who I thought the killer was, and see if I'm right. I thought the killer was Colonel Mustard in the billiard room with the dagger. I think that's what I said when I voted. And yeah, I had such a fun time in this readathon. But don't you fret, if you are still wanting readathon content, don't you fret. Realmathon starts tonight, or tomorrow technically, and I'm really excited to participate in that. But yeah, I just wanted to wrap up this vlog and start a new one. But yeah, so gave this book 5 stars, and I am so excited to keep moving on around with them. Realmathon will be very, very different, because I literally am just going to read what I want and count it for points and have a fun time with that one. So I will start that vlog soon, and we'll get moving on that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.